Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. It's been way too long since I last played this. I went over that whole thing in my update video that I uploaded yesterday. So I'm not going to get into it here. We're just going to continue on. So October 13th, 302, Wright & Co. offices. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly, Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Crane Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot it's a murder to solve. Sacred urn given to Pearls. Alright. Remember, no fighting, okay? She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get on this murder investigation. Right, so I did watch the last episode to kind of remind myself what's happened since it's been so long. So there might be a few details here and there that I don't remember. However, I do actually remember most of the case because I've watched back several times in the past. So, talk. What to do? So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first, we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. Alright, tell me about the sacred urn. You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it. Don't question it, me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn and poster. But the urn we got back says Amy, like it always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Did I catch on to that before? I don't think I did. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I am. That would be Pearls. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that when she gets back to Crane Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Crane Village in a long time. So, I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training, right? Yep, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So, why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. There's channeling dojos? Channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever it is. If you're gonna train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is that what happened last year still is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village, it happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses a crane technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. It sounds like being the master of Crane is going to be a heavy responsibility. Alright, present. You're not gonna say anything about any of this, are you? So you still got that badge, I see. Huh? Well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I? Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd keep being one for this long. You have to admit, you've had some close brushes with death because of your job. Eh. Nothing. Oops. I'm glad we got the Sacred Urn back and all. So then, how come we don't look any happier? Why should I? I don't know if I should say Amy or I am on it anymore. And now it's got big pink polka dots on it that weren't there before. Don't you think you're overreacting just a little? Overreacting? Nick, I can't believe you said that. I mean, it's like, I got it. It's like if I came in wearing polka dots in my acolyte costume every day and said, "Hi Nick, I am." Well, do you still think it's no big deal? I guess it would be a real disaster. You see? Well, that's how I feel. Okay. So this is made by the real Mask the Mask, huh? Yep, Detective Gumshoe said it was the real thing. One look at this mark and you know it's the real deal, pal. Yeah, but you do realize whose detective reasoning skills we're talking about, right? You know, even I didn't know this little statue existed until a while ago. Didn't Adrian say it's from a Fae branch family's training hall or something? Yes, there's actually a lot of training halls scattered all over the country. Hidden away deep in desolate mountains. Why does it always have to be desolate mountains? Well, you don't want the thing to be found out, I guess. According to this data, the thief showed up at the basement warehouse at, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Yeah, but remember, this data came from Atme. For all we know, he might have somehow tampered with it. But then what about this photo? It's got the time on it, too. Yeah, it's got 58. 12:58. Or I guess in this, it'd be 0:58, huh? Yeah, the security camera belonged to Lordly Taylor. Atme couldn't have tampered with the photo's timestamp to show the wrong time. I guess that means this data is accurate after all. So, the Mask in this photo is Detective Atme in disguise, huh? That's what it seems to be, yeah? Atme knew there was a security camera set up in the basement, so I'm guessing this photo is probably a part of his elaborate plan. It's still bent, isn't it? Detective Atme said it got bent when the thief hit him on the head with it. Well, it looks like he ended up with a bent one after he turned out to be the thief. So then how did this get bent then, I wonder? Must have damaged the sword himself to back up his phony story. Well, I guess that's true. Yeah, he does really have a brawny mind, huh? So Mr. Light was being blackmailed, huh? By the CEO of the security company he used to work for. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like we still need to do some more poking around. You better watch yourself and not do anything naughty either, Nick. Is that a threat? Is she trying to blackmail me now? This was found in the building where the crime took place on the very night of the murder. And according to the time record on the keycard inside, yeah, it was used right around the time of the murder. Doesn't sound very good, huh? Oh, it's the same thing. Publicity photo. So Detective Atme was Mask the Mask after all, huh? I guess so. After all, he did admit it. Yes, but Mr. Delight still hasn't changed his tune. He's still claiming that he's the real Mask to Mask. You don't think he's just saying that to avoid the murder charge, do you? I'm not sure. I mean, he might be. This was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. So, does that mean Detective Atme put it there himself? That's the only explanation I can think of. I guess he wanted to make sure it looked like he'd struggled with the thief that night. Okay. I guess we can move. You don't have anything new to say, right? There's nothing to look at around here. Yeah, so... from what I can remember from the case, it seems that... Pearl's wiped it down. Oh, thank you, Pearl. I'm guessing that, or I'm not guessing anything. My mind completely blanked, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Atme is apparently Mask to Mask, and my client, Ron, might be a murderer? I don't know, let's go to the main exhibition hall. The Treasures of Crane exhibit is all ruined now. Maya, I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This is our big chance for everyone to learn about the spirit channeling. Maybe we can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the Sacred Urn back, maybe they can reopen it? Really? Sure, maybe we could label it the Urn of Mask the Mask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa! Whoa, whoa! That's brilliant, Nick! If we could clean up, it'd be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Alright, let's take a look around real quick. It's the folding screen of Crying Sacred Writings, but I can't read what it says on it. Really? But I thought it was some kind of important spell. Yeah, my mother read it and taught me to memorize it. I'll be in trouble if I ever forget it. Looks like the Crane Channeling School is teetering dangerously on the edge. A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English. 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure the number's gone up since last time I saw it. Well, we're always looking for new ways, you know. Being a medium is like a rough way of life. That conversation sounds very familiar to me, so these are probably the same things, I just don't remember. That's probably where the Sacred Garden is going to be displayed. Yeah, I guess so. Should I put my attorney's badge there? You know, as a replacement. I think it's a little too small for that. What about my Magatama? Now you're being silly. That's definitely too small. I wish I could move my cursor a little bit faster. Wow, this is incredible. It's a tiny version of my whole village. Hey, I've got a great idea. We can make a miniature of your office, Nick. I don't know about that. The whole place is overflowing with junk. You'd die before you finish painstakingly recreating that mess. Well, we can always clean it up first. True. Hey, is it that messy? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there, but... They're just a bunch of old urns. Are these really treasures, too? Of course they are. This is a treasure exhibit, isn't it? Well, yeah, I guess so. So all it takes to be a treasure is age. No wonder nobody likes these museums. Is that everything? Seems to be everything. Alright, I guess we can go down... Oh, we can't go down to the basement. Oh yeah, we can. Basement warehouse. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Hey, Andrews. Adrian. It's Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for? How's it going? We're at the Sacred Urn. The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yep. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask to Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Alright, I'm just gonna examine real quick. Detective Atme said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief. But that was obviously a lie. Because it turned out that Atme is the real thief, it's still hard to believe. Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm gonna take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have a complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place. Please be gentle with it. Alright, what's with this box? That pathetic looking wooden box. That's the box that had the Sacred Urn in it. That doesn't seem like a safe place for the urn to be in. Unless it was bubble wrapped very, very tightly, which I guess it might have been. But I don't know about putting it in a wooden box. Any little tip could break it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it. They worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? I was proud of it. Maybe it better be taking the box too. Yeah, I remember that conversation too. So I guess a lot of this is still the same. But I'm gonna look around anyway, just in case there's something new. Something important? This is the camera computer that Detective Atme set up, huh? That's what he said. And yet he still let it take a picture of him. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. That camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Mask to Mask, allow that to happen? Well, I guess he wanted to pin it on the real Mask to Mask, right? Assuming that he never was the real Mask to Mask to begin with. Assuming Ron is the real Mask to Mask and he was just faking to create like an enemy for himself. Or maybe assuming he is the real Mask to Mask, he wanted to just create proof for himself, I guess? I have no idea. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging these narrow-minded cultural assumptions. We have had this exact conversation before, many times. Oh, can we read just a burr? I'm supposed to say burger, yeah. Spaghetti? Yeah, if I recognize a conversation, I'm not gonna read it out loud because I've already seen it. That statue wasn't where it is now when we first came here, right? Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it? Well, if someone moved it, it was probably Mask to Mask. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Misakami while he stole the urn. Hey, cut it out! You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. I don't recognize that conversation, but... Oh well, looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left of it is shaped oddly and it's shockingly pink. I'd say the color of the paint is important. It's not really. Anything over here? The door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember Maya? Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Alright, let's go and talk to Adrian. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. It looks like way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, if she was to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Mask to Mask calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent the calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. Okay. Night of the crime. What? So Mask to Mask was murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought he was here stealing the urn at that time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so we can have an alibi when he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed as a Mask to Mask pretty well. Or dressed up as Mask to Mask pretty well. Alright, Sacred Urn. I'm so glad you got your Sacred Urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure. But somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Did you break the vase? Oh, Cyclops. You broke the vase, didn't you? Cyclops? What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the secret urn is our very own Miss Andrews. So do you know anything about the secret urn? Who? Me. On Coach Day, Miss Delight brought the urn back. But it's a little different from the urn I remember. Alright, so you broke the vase. Is that what we're going with here? Alright, let's give it a try. You want to know about the urn? Yeah, okay. Present. Take that. Might have to come back to this later, but we'll see. Sacred Urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine? Oh, hell, do I? That's not gonna help at all. I mean, I should? I just don't know which of these it would be. I mean, it's probably this one, right? The urn submitted at the trial is genuine. Yeah, this is it. Well, Miss Andrews? See, look, it was a fake after all. Uh-huh. I mean, your evidence is fake too, as I expected. Oh. I guess I don't have evidence? It wouldn't be the calling card, I think. The urn submitted at the trial. Would it... Oh, submitted at the trial. Okay, I for some reason at first read that as the urn that was submitted to the event. Okay, so what's submitted to the trial? Would it be the security camera photo? Because he has the box that Maya made that's holding the urn. I guess we can try it. Okay. I don't think I do. I think I'll have to come back to this. I don't have enough evidence yet, so I'll come back to this. Is that all? Should I present things to you? I guess I should. I don't know what I have and haven't presented to you. I want to present you with only the new stuff, but I don't know exactly what's new. Okay, I guess I'll start from the back and move forward until something clicks. Oops. Or until I get to somewhere that I know I've already shown her. Or if I just hold B. That's it. Okay, we've already been through this conversation. Okay. Let's move on then to Detective Agency. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. What'd you expect? Now they know he was actually masked to mask. This must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. But wasn't he in charge of the mask-to-mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? I guess. I think it's more likely to assume that he was just put on that instead, because, as he said, he's a homicide detective. He says like, there's nothing like a good murder case, pal. Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe is bloodlust, Maya. But I mean, she's right. He is a homicide detective, so he's probably busy with that. Oh, is there nothing to investigate in here? Oh, hey, you guys! We're investigating this place, so keep your hands to yourselves! Boy, these policemen sure are a bunch of sourpusses. Well, Mr. Ace Detective did make complete and utter fools out of themselves. What's all this now? Move it along, the show's over! Aw, it doesn't look like they're going to let us investigate. Alright, let's get out of here then. Let's go talk to Desi. Oh, Dicky boy, Maya! Mr. Light. All I want to do is help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light had such a vulnerable side. Well, I mean, this is her husband we're talking about. Hey, tell me about this brooch. I want to paint this idea. So this is Mask to Mask, huh? I wonder what kind of house he lives in. Who knows? Maybe it's exactly like this house. You're so funny sometimes, Nicky boy. But if I was a famous thief, I'd live in a great, big, gorgeous mansion and draw attention to yourself. I'll be sure to tell that to your husband. I know what that is. That's one of those key cards from Ronnie's company. Come to think of it, it's been a long time since I've seen one. That's probably because Ron doesn't work there anymore. Yeah, this is his wallet. I don't know if we got this in the case or investigation. I was trying to keep you security the night of the murder. Ronnie and I went out to dinner early that evening. I'm sure he had his wallet with him then. So it's true then, he must have dropped it at the crime scene. Okay, we've already done that, so let's go ahead and talk. Ron. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just screaming, please die. He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't even have secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. The very idea. Guess I just don't get it. Get what? I just can't understand how they could be so different, and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? You're Detective at me. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. Nah, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. This is that I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmey's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try and find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real Mask to Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Atmey knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions. That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now. Glad I forced my way past her into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. This is definitely lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. That's true. Sort of. Mr. Light, do you know anything about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. Looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. My motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't you give me a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Hang on, love at first sight. So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Light come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it, he screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his did have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, trying to swing his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself. He came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Oh, wasn't that the plot of the final case in the second game? Right? She was... I mean, we didn't have to go and save her or anything, but... I've been to all these places, right? Alright, CEO's office. Whoa. Wait, was he killed in the safe? So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in the CEO's office. What does that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserved, pal. Oh, or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now this whole love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Right. But we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit the like or subscribe button down below. Don't forget to check out the main channel, and if you're interested in me live on Twitch or sometimes I stream live, you can check out that link down in the description below. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next one. So take care.